All right, here's part 2 of Freefall word problems. So an object is launched from a platform and follows the parabolic equation f of x is equal to -5 times x minus 4 squared plus 180, where x is in seconds and y is in meters. Now you might be saying we don't have y in this equation. Remember, f of x and y are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. So if you see an f of x, it really means y. Don't get confused. F of x means y. So when will the object reach its maximum height, and what is this height? We should know this. When is time? Time is measured in seconds. Seconds is x. X, when we talk about vertex form, means the h value. And what is the maximum height? What is measurement? Measurement is height. Height is in meters. Meters is y. Y is the same thing as k when we talk about vertex form. So the maximum height would be the k value. Those are found in this equation. Remember, it's always going to be the positive or the opposite version of the h value. The h value is found within the parentheses. So it's the opposite of -4. So the h value, or the time that it'll take to reach the maximum height, is 4 seconds. And when it will reach the maximum height, or sorry, not when, what the maximum height is the k value. The k value is what comes after the parentheses. That's 180 and measured in meters. So it will reach the maximum height of 180 meters in 4 seconds. My handwriting has gotten so bad, so please bear with me. How long will it take for the object to reach the ground? So how it goes from point A to point B. These are known as your roots. So we need to find the roots of this equation and subtract them from one another. Don't forget that subtraction part. So I'm taking this equation, -5 times x minus 4 squared plus 180. And instead of setting it equal to f of x, which is the same as y, I'm setting it equal to 0. First step is to get rid of my k value and then my a value. To get rid of this 180, you have to subtract 180 on both sides. This becomes -5 times x minus 4 squared equals -180. Then get rid of the a. This is being multiplied to the x minus 4 squared, so you have to divide. So the -5's cancel out. You're just left with x minus 4 squared on the left-hand side. And then -180 divided by -5 is +36. Be careful of your signs. To get rid of something being squared, you need to take the square root. And what you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other. Square root of something being squared cancels out. You're left with x minus 4. And remember, there are 2 square roots of 36, so you have to make 2 equations. One equal to the positive square root of 36, which is +6. And the second equation must equal the negative square root of 36, which is -6. My last step is to solve for x to find the roots. To solve for x, you need to add 4 to both sides to get the x alone. In this case, x is equal to 10, and x is equal to -6, and +4 make -2. Now you have to find the difference, or the subtraction, between 10 and -2. So take the bigger number, subtract it from the smaller number to get how long the object is in the air for. 10 minus -2, don't forget, this is not a minus sign, it's connected to the 2. 10 minus -2 is the same as 10 plus 2, which is 12. That means that this object that's being thrown from the platform is in the air, and it'll take 12 seconds for it to reach the ground. Ooh. I'm looking at this over my phone and I don't see that I'm crossing out my numbers. So 12 seconds is the total air time. Now, this third question is new. These two should have been a review. How tall is the platform? To find that, we basically need to find at what height the ball is thrown after 0 seconds. Okay, so at 0 seconds, where is the ball located? This is where functions come in. I know you hate that word, but this is truly where functions come in. That's why I have this f of x here. Remember, the platform represents where the ball or the object is at 0 seconds. The person is still holding the object at this point on top of the building, okay, or the platform. So I have to figure out how high the platform is at 0 seconds. How high the platform is at 0 seconds. That means f of 0. What I do when it's f of 0, or at 0 seconds, because remember x means seconds, there's an x right here, that's why I put the 0 there. I'm plugging in 0 every time I see an x in this equation and solving to figure out what that y value is or what that meter is. So I'm still recording. So what I'm doing is I'm rewriting that equation, -5, but now every time I see an x, I'm going to replace it with 0. So instead of saying -5 times x minus 4, I'm going to say -5 times 0 minus 4 squared plus 180. All right, then I solve. So parentheses first, this is where we do PEMDAS or GEMS. Parentheses comes first, 0 minus 4. That's -4 squared plus 180. Then you do the exponents. -4 squared, that's -4 times itself, which is positive 16 plus 180. Then I have to do -5, using my calculator here, -5 times 16 is -80, plus 180 is 100. So at 0 seconds, remember x is 0, because it takes 0 seconds to be on top of the platform. It didn't come off of the platform yet. I'm plugging in 0 seconds, or when x is 0, into my equation to figure out how tall the platform is. In this case, the platform is 100, and we use the measurement it gives us, meters. So how tall is the platform, or how tall or high is the ball in the air at 0 seconds? Plug in 0 for x, solve using order of operations, and you should end up getting the height, which is 100 meters. Okay? I'm also posting a Khan Academy video on this, so hopefully it will help you. And that is all. I hope to hear from you guys soon. Bye.